On this video, we try to find out if Milan is signing Kalinic or not. Inter reject another offer for Ivan Perisic, and Juventus find an agreement with Bernardeschi. What's up, everybody? I'm Marco Messina.
And I'm Michael Cantaris.
And welcome back to Italian Football TV, where we're gonna recap all of the latest news. If you weren't here for the first video, happy July 4th for everyone out there celebrating all the Americans. Anyway, let's jump into the news. Starting out with a lot of Milan news. Kalinic has apparently stopped the rent on his house. He's canceling it because he's so confident that he's hoping actually that the deal with Milan is gonna go through. He better hope that that goes through, otherwise he's gonna be homeless.
He's gonna be homeless, but there's always a spot in the IFTV studios for Kalinic if it doesn't work out for him.
So I say that because Fasone gives an interview in tomorrow's newspaper in Corriere della Sera, which says that they're stalling talks with Kalinic because Fiorentina has told him that they want to leave him off the table, and he says we're gonna leave Kalinic on loan for now. So I don't know what Kalinic is gonna do. He already stopped the rent on his building, and they're gonna kick him out.
It's not good. It's not good for Kalinic, but it does look like it could be joining, and he's a solid. He might not be the top signing that Milan want. Not Belotti, not Aubameyang, but Kalinic is pretty good.
More news from Fasone. He says Milan are looking to sign one more player, Andrea Conti, and then they will look to sell some players, and then they'll jump back into the mercato. So their focus is going to be on selling players. He also says that Biglia is on standby at the moment, and he says they are a day or two away from agreeing a deal with Donnarumma. We already knew all this stuff. Suso says, I'm very happy at Milan and I'm staying here with the links to Rome. Milan is in talks with Trabzonspor to let go of Kuchka. They don't want to keep him for next season. They're a little bit far away on a price with the Turkish club, and Torino are also interested in him, and Bertolacci is close to joining Genoa. Moving on to some flash news for Roma too. Not too much, but they did raise their offer from 15 million to 18 million for De Frel. Today they're going to have another meeting to try to talk a little bit more, find out if he wants to join Rome or not, and they're also interested in Marseille's Thuvan, but Marseille won 30 million. Monchi is trying to lower their demand. But on to some Inter news, which this is pretty massive in my opinion. I wasn't expecting this. Inter have rejected a 45 million euro offer from Manchester United for Ivan Perisic. They're giving no discounts. They want 55 minutes or no deal.
Thank you!
55 minutes or 55 million?
55 million, sorry.
To be honest, I probably would have sold Perisic a long time ago when they even put around the region of 30 million. I would have sold.
It's not a good deal.
Yeah, it's not. But it looks like Inter really think they can hook Manchester United on this. And what better club to overspend than Manchester United? So I can see it happening. I think between 5 million, if they meet in the middle, I think they can end up happening. And Perisic wants to leave at the end of the day.
What's 10 million for Manchester United? They spent like 10 million to freaking give him Pogba a pen to sign his contract with. I think this is actually pretty smart from Inter. They did their homework. They did their work behind the scenes to get that FFP off the back of their shoulders. Otherwise, they would have been forced into accepting a lower offer, like Michael was saying, at 30, 35 million. Now they can demand that 55 million. We'll see if Manchester United raise their offer. Napoli had a meeting with Berardi's agent today. This was extremely surprising for me also. They don't want to sign him right now, but they're looking to try and talk to them about what price Sassuolo wants, where they could sign him and leave him on loan at Sassuolo, thinking about the future. But again, we need to remember that Sassuolo want 50 million, and I can't see Napoli shelling out that kind of money. That's a lot of money.
It's too much money. Even though the market's inflated, I can't see them paying that much for him.
I mean, how much is he going to raise from this season to next season?
That's what I'm saying.
He barely played last year, and his market value went up. I don't think it's worth it.
No, me neither. It's too much money. You can get loads of other players for that.
It does fall on the business model of Napoli, though, with all these young players that they have, but I don't think that this is a smart deal to go with. Mario Roy's agent says they're very close to a deal with Napoli, and by next week it should be official. Napoli met with Neto's agent today. They're trying to convince him to join the club, but he's not too convinced. He wants a starting spot, and he'll still be behind or fighting for a spot with Pepe Reina, so he's not so sure. Before we get into the very big news, there's a little small news that I want to get into. Very interesting, I found. Thiago Motta renewed with PSG, so no Genoa. Sorry, Michael, I know you like Genoa.
Guys, I'm a General fan, not a Genoa fan, but...
Tell them the story?
Okay, yes.
Real quick, real quick.
Okay, real quick. Who was it? I think it was a Zuri fan, Phil.
Yeah.
When we were in Philadelphia.
Phil?
Yeah, exactly. When we were in Philadelphia, they asked me what fan I was, and I said I'm a General fan, and I guess they thought Genoa fan.
We were in like a bar, so it was loud.
And it was noisy. And then they started referring to me as Genoa fan and all this stuff. It's pretty funny.
So yeah, Mike the Genoa fan. Seems like Cassano could be joining Cagliari. Him and Borriello are going to be partying a lot inside the Degna if he does join Cagliari.
That'd be amazing. Two veteran strikers, and they both definitely know how to have fun. Definitely check their Instagram.
Cagliari is going to be one huge party next season. And they deserve a little bit of a party for how good they did after their first season back from Serie B. Sampdoria went back for Schneider because Ilicic deal, he's going to Atalanta. He's going to have his medical very soon. He said no. He is upset that they chose Ilicic over him at one point. And we've been down this road too much. You guys know our opinion on this entire situation, so I think we'll just move on. Rizzoli retired as a referee. We spoke about this last week. We said he was supposed to become Serie B's designator who chooses the ref and stuff. He's actually going to be Serie A's. And on this day in 2006, Italy beat Germany 2-0 in one of the greatest matches of football, one of the greatest joys I've ever experienced as a fan. I can remember it to a T. I remember screaming around for Grosso's goal, and then I remember running around the house, coming back up, and Del Piero finished it off beautifully.
Should we reenact the goal?
No, we should show them the official footage.
We'll show them the official.
Yeah,
okay, guys,
they're not going to copyright us for this one.
Pirlo, ancora Pirlo di tacco, tiro, cerca 2 contro 1, Girardino, dentro Del Piero,
And now onto the huge major news of Federico Bernardeschi agreeing to join Juventus. This again is breaking news from Sky Italia, one of the best sources out there. He says that Juventus have reached an agreement with Bernardeschi on his contract, 4 million euros a year for 5 years. Fiorentina and Juventus still haven't agreed on a price. Fiorentina want 40 million plus 10 million in bonuses, and Juventus, they haven't offered yet, but they're at 40 million plus 2 to 3 million in bonuses.
Okay.
So extremely close.
It is fairly close, and it doesn't look like Bernardeschi is going to come. If you see his Instagram post, see all the Juve fans saying, really? Come to Juve and, you know, Bianco Nero and all
I'm not one of them. So what do you think about this? That it seems like it's going through. Bernardeschi is the guy for Juventus.
I'm still not sold on him. I hope he proves me wrong, but I don't think he's Champions League caliber. I don't think he's Juve caliber, and like I said, I hope he proves me wrong. He didn't have the best U21 either with Italy.
He did good. I thought he did good.
I didn't think he was good for 40 million, dude. That's a lot of money.
If Berardi's 50 million and Bernardeschi's 40 million. Okay, so I was not sold on Bernardeschi either, and now that he's going, I think that he's a risk. He's a big risk. You know, he's never shown himself to be consistent. I'm kind of, just to be honest, I'm falling into the hype train like a little bit.
Watch him on YouTube videos.
Too many Colosseum videos. But yeah, so it seems like Bernardeschi is going to be the guy. But there is some interesting news in the developments of this one, because it might not just be Bernardeschi who's joining. Juventus met with Aurier's agent today. PSG wants 25 million for him, and he's an easier sign than Danilo, which means if Juve don't get Danilo, they get Aurier first, then they could sign Douglas Costa on top of everything.
I still want Douglas Costa to go. One, because everyone keeps saying we're cursing all these Juve players that are going. And second, I think Douglas Costa is one of the many prospects that Juve are actually going that I think is actually pretty good, unlike Bernardeschi.
I think Bernardeschi plus Douglas Costa makes it okay, because they're building for the future and signing for now.
Yeah, I think
it would make more sense.
I approve.
Final news, Lichtsteiner has, you approve, my boy, Lichtsteiner has an offer from Nice. He's expected to meet them to discuss the deal soon. He's seriously considering their offer, and Juventus will meet with Atalanta to speak about Spinazzola. They want to sign him this year. So yes, that is all the news. Major talking point is with Bernardeschi. So we'll ask you two things. Do you think Bernardeschi is Juve material? And second, should Milan sign Kalinic? And will they sign Kalinic, or will he be stranded in the streets of Florence? Not a bad place to be stranded in.
Remember, IFTV Studio is always open for Kalinic. So.
Alright guys, thank you for watching. This is all the Serie A news. As always, thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you soon. Ciao ragazzi.